this week, Cancer, and it's going to come in and it's going to bring in it's going to re-spark something in you, okay? And you're going to receive some type of a new partnership or a deeper partner or deep love with your partner.
The divine time is fine, 'cause it has to be made, because it's mine. So tonight I'll be fine.
Hey there, what is up, Cancer? Mika here, the Traveling Tarot, back again with some messages from Spirit in regards to what might be going on with my beautiful Cancers in their love life. Now, this could be romantic relationships. This could also just be some type of soul partnership or soul contract. So we'll see what messages do show up. But these messages are for Cancer placements. They are general, and they are going to be for what might be happening in the coming week for my beautiful Cancer. So I am going to start by just pulling one of these Moonology messages to see if we can get an overarching energy about what might be coming in for my beautiful Cancers in regards to love over the next week or so. I hope everyone is doing excellent, and I hope that you guys are really feeling this transformative energy. I know we hear it a lot, Cancer, and sometimes we might not recognize it because we hear it so much, but I will say, based on the last few readings that I did for us and for myself, times they are changing, okay? So just expect that and lean into that and find some type of place, some place of positive expectancy. I just want to pull one of these cards. But we did have communicate, celebration, and mystery show up. But I do want to just get one, and divine timing with synchronicity. But I do just want to get one so that we can get a clear energy for this coming week. What's the dominant energy for most of my beautiful Cancers when it comes to love in this coming week? What would you like them to know? You wanted to throw out too. I really love you guys because, as I always say, tarot is not bullshit. So if you tune into what's going on around you, it all starts to make a little bit more sense, and it helps you face your fears, because it looks like face your fears in regards to love and cutting your losses are showing up. So that is going to be the overarching energy this week. They're saying that you're going to show up a lot more boldly when it comes to love. Now, this could have to be, if you're in a relationship, it feels like you're going to show up more boldly, maybe even show your partner that how much you love them, or start to really tune into the fact that I love this person and I want to take care of this person. I want to show them that. And it is going to show up in some type of form of you facing some type of a fear based on something that you may have lost in the past. So it does also feel like, if you are single, that you're going to step out a lot more boldly, as with the last Cancer love reading that I did. Step out more fearlessly and more boldly and more unapologetically. They're actually asking you to do that, because they're saying that when you do, the love that you seek will show up, and it's going to show up in ways that match your confidence and your boldness and your stability. And it is going to be boisterous, the more boisterous and boldly that you put yourself out there, if that does make sense, okay? So I am going to pull one more of these cards, Oracle cards. It's the, I want to say High Priestess of the Light or Gaia card or something like that, so that we can get a little bit deeper into this facing your fear energy that's coming through. But it does show up with love, and it's going to be facing something that you lost, and maybe even what they're saying is choosing love instead of this fear that you've allowed to hold you back before. Okay? I love that so much, because when I pick these up, we have Portal and Awakening Mind, Infinite Mind and Awakening Consciousness. I think they're saying here, Cancer, that you're coming to a point where you're going to start choosing love over the fear that you've allowed to hold you back in this situation here, okay? And I love this. Ugh. Especially because it confirms also the energy that we got in the other Cancer reading, that it wasn't directly career and finance, it was about what's coming in next week, but it says times they are changing. And it's confirmed with this planning something new. Something new is going to show up, Cancer, and you're going to be in a place at a crossroads where you're going to need to choose, or you're going to decide to choose love instead of what you usually do and choose that fear. And we have it showing up with true love, tenderness, and compassion. I love this so much. Cancer, it feels like somebody new might be showing up in your circle here within the next week or so. And it may not start out as, this. It might be this love where you're just like, oh my God, I know it's you, and you guys both have that mutual thing. But it feels like you're going to sort of start to face your fears and sort of put trust in this new connection that's coming in, because we have planning something new as the 12 card that breaks down to a 3, which is about expansion. And it is going to show up in something, in a way where you're out there in some form of your expansion, again, putting yourself out there in some way, or out at some expo or rally or whatever, and then you guys meet each other. It is going to show up in a way where you're out there already expanding yourself in some way, even a higher course of learning, maybe in a class. But it is going to show up, and they want you to know that even though it's very new, and this is not about you running out and now planning your wedding, it feels like it's the true love. It feels like it's the love that you've been waiting for, okay? And if you are in a relationship, this is something new is going to come in where it's going to shift your perspective of your partner. Remember, I saw that when we first pulled the Moonology Messages card, that it's going to help your relationship go to a deeper level, okay? But it is going to be something, and they're saying that something could have happened in your relationship where you guys were in this period of forgiveness. Whatever that is, it's none of my business. I'm just telling you what they're saying. Something could have showed up where, you have to start reforming trust with each other again. And they're saying this coming week, you're going to decide to plant new seeds. And your relationship is going to go to a deeper level because you're going to cut those losses. You're going to face your fear of what happening again. You're going to cut those losses. You're going to tune into why you love this person. And it's going to bring about something new. And it's going to put you guys into a deeper place of true love and tenderness, okay? And if, like I said, if you're single, you're going to meet somebody while you're out there doing something or planning something new, and then it's going to develop over time into true love, okay? Because this is also a 9 card, so this is going to be an emotionally fulfilling connection, okay? Oh, I wasn't going to pull another card, but I may as well since I shuffled. All right, let's get one more for these oracle cards before we jump into the tarot, because we're going to jump into the tarot and see what area of focus would be helpful, what challenges might show up, and what advice Spirit might have that might help you navigate this energy, or most importantly, recognize it when it does show up, okay? Because really, you're not out there looking for it. You're out there just doing your thing. It's your expansive thing. And when you're out there doing your expansive thing, this connection shows up and gives you the tingles. A little bit of the tingles. But your fear of being hurt again might show up. But you're going to choose love over what you lost. And that's what showed up in this Moonology deck. You're going to choose love over what you lost. You're going to face that fear and choose love over what you lost. Okay? And then when I pick that up, they want you to know that that is what releases the block. And that is why you are now allowing this person in that is... This is not going to show up to anybody's house, okay? But this is going to be the person. This is going to be the person, okay? And it showed up with the illuminated path. this thing, this new connection, and it's a 21 card. This one's a 12 card. This, when you're out there on your path, planting something new, creating something, just out there doing you, putting you out there lovingly, authentically, you're gonna meet this person, okay? And it's gonna light up for you. You're gonna know, which is why true love did show up, okay? Here we go. We have honor, threshold, and protection showing up. So those boundaries are gonna be within yourself to not overly anything this connection. Allow it to become what it needs to be. But I gotta tell you, you're going to see the correlation, obviously, this coming week, Cancer, because when you decide to choose love over what you lost, you're going to see so much progress that you're going to realize that that's what did it. Okay? So let's see what they want you to know in the tarot in terms of area of focus. But I love this. Honestly, the obvious thing is just keep choosing love. Just keep choosing love. Even if it's a relationship and things have gotten a little hairy, or you guys had something go on where you're in this place of rebuilding trust, work towards why I am deciding to stay in this situation. I love this person. I don't have to be together with this person. I'm choosing to be here. Why? If you start to look at why and tap into the reason why you're there, and it's mainly because you love that person, okay? If you didn't love that person, you wouldn't put up with whatever it is that's causing you to have to rebuild trust. So your work here is to tune back into why you love this person, or why you love this thing, or why you love this connection. And then you will be able to face those fears that show up. Because, of course, you don't want to go through it again. You don't want to risk being vulnerable again. However, if you're going to choose to stay in the situation, you're going to need to cut the losses in order to rebuild the trust, okay? And if you're facing some type of a fear as a single person, when it shows up, you can't exude, I'm afraid to let people in, okay? So if you choose that love over being afraid of what might happen, you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how it turns out, with true love showing up, planning something new, both of them showing up as expansive energy with the 12 and the 21, both of them breaking down to a 3, and the path towards that love is being illuminated, and it's happening now. You're on it, okay? And as I stop to go on that little tirade, we have the Empress. You're definitely in this energy of this coming week where the things that you have been giving birth to are about to flourish. This is that same energy that I was talking about in last week's Cancer readings about the shell that you're breaking through, okay? This is this very same energy. You're giving birth. You're literally about to plop it out. Sorry for the visual, but you're literally about to give birth to this thing or become this new thing. And so you're going to find yourself in lots of crossroads here of, do I choose love or do I choose what I've lost? Okay, and so as you continue to choose love, you're building and planting and something new is being birthed and the path is lighting up for you, okay? So the people, the places, the things are all lighting up along the path the more you choose the energy of love instead of what might happen because of what happened before, okay? So most importantly, if you are in a relationship and you're with someone and you guys are in a place of needing to rebuild trust, tune into why you're choosing to stay, and that's going to help dissipate the loss of the lack or loss of what happened, okay, or the animosity behind what happened. Because if you choose to stay, you want to be happy. And so if you're going to be in that situation and decide to stay, you're going to need to find the energy of love again, or else you're going to be miserable. Because there's nothing worse than being in a situation where you live together, but you're not together. It's very uncomfortable. So if you're choosing to stay, you're going to want to soften that energy by remembering why you're choosing to stay and remembering why you even love this person, okay? So what's going to be the advice for the person that finds this, the area of focus for the beautiful Cancer that finds this video? Yeah, and we have the Nine of Wands energy showing up, and they're saying because you guys are going to be at these crossroads, try not to let the wounded warrior side of you, try not to make these moves or decisions from the wounded side of you, okay? Because the Nine of Wands, even though it's all about perseverance and keeping going and staying steadfast, and this really also speaks to the people who, my beautiful Cancers, that are in relationships where they may need to rebuild some trust or may need to find a place of why I love this person again. You know, sometimes relationships just get stale, or you think it's better if I go do this instead. But it's like, okay, no, if you're feeling that way, try to bring it back to why you are with this person, because you don't have to be. And once you tune back into the energy of love, you'll get the clear picture. It may still be, hey, it's not this person, but at least you're doing it from a place of love instead of that anxiety of what happened, okay, which what caused you to start doubting the connection. Your area of focus, most importantly to remember, Cancer, is try not to do things because you're planning something new and the path is being illuminated for you. So try not to do things or make decisions from that wounded warrior side of you anymore, okay? And we do have this showing up with the Judgment card, okay? So they want you to spend more time imagining it from a place of love. You see the look on her face? She's hearing the call, but really this is, she's imagining things from a place of love. She's receiving a call from a higher perspective, okay? And so that's the love that you're choosing over the fear or the loss or the lack or the old situations that may still feel active, and they may be active. You'll be able to tell by what you're getting. But when you're aware of it, you can say, okay, I'm making a choice from a wounded place, which means I'm going to get broke results. If I can find a place of love, then the energy that I receive back will be from a place of love and not loss or lack. Okay? What might be the challenge for Cancer as they move through this energy and choose love over loss this week? Not this week, for the rest of the time that we're here. Do what you can to always choose love, and you'll see clearly the path. It'll always illuminate the path. What's the chat? What might be? Well, so it's interesting because when I touched this card as the Ace of Cups, first of all, it definitely represents the planning something new and fulfilling, and the path being illuminated for you. But I didn't feel that there were going to be any major challenges when I touched this card until I saw it show up with the Devil. Okay, and so you may feel bound to how things have been because you're coming out of some type of situation that either you felt you lost or lacked, some type of situation that highlights your fears or what might happen, or you're afraid this person might hurt you in some way, whether you're single or in a relationship. You're afraid you might play the fool again and you know, have the exact same outcome, okay? But they're definitely saying that that new fulfillment is coming in. The path to love is being illuminated, but the path to love is illuminated by love. It is not illuminated by what you've lost or what you fear. Okay? And so that's okay. I'm just letting you know that might be a challenge for some of you, but what the overall energy here, Cancer, they're definitely saying when you choose the love over the loss, you're going to see the progress, and it's going to help illuminate the path and make it a lot easier for you to move powerfully along that path and release yourself from anything that you might feel bound to, afraid of, or might be overdoing. And they're really saying overgiving in a situation, okay? And this could be for my Cancers that are in relationships, okay? And maybe you're resentful because you feel like you're not getting enough back. But they are saying if you choose to stay, there has to be some type of balance brought in. And you bring that in, you infuse whatever's going on with love. And whatever is not real, or whatever is the illusion, or whatever needs to be released because you're choosing to stay, will be dissolved. Okay? Let's get a card for the advice for my beautiful Cancers and how they can move powerfully through this next week when it comes to their relationships or when it comes to their partnerships, their significant partnerships. How can they best navigate this and tune back into this Ace of Cups energy? Because aces are all about new, and it's new fulfillment, and it even says new love. Okay? But it's in the challenge. So you might not see that there's new fulfillment or new around you because there's still some loss, lack, or fear being more dominant. Okay? Whoa. The Sun. And it showed up with the Ace of Wands. Okay? I love that so much. And it's like, it's definitely representing you receiving, due to you choosing that love over fear or what you lost, you receiving that spark. You're re-sparking, you're reigniting this happiness, this joy, this sun back in your life. You're allowing this light to shine on the path that is guiding you through inspiration and inspired action. And what that does, if you remain positive and receive this inspiration, it turns this into the upright so that you can let in this new love. Because it's really obvious, especially with I did the channeled messages for Cancer, and I did the weekly reading for Cancer, that something is changing this coming week. And it's bringing in something new. And all this does with this ace energy and planting something new showing up, as well as both of these being expansion cards, totaling 3. Something is obviously changing this week, Cancer, and it's going to come in and it's going to bring in it's going to re-spark something in you, okay? And you're going to receive some type of a new partnership or a deeper partner or a deeper level of love with your partner. But it is going to be because you're going to make the conscious decision to choose love over fear and what you've lost or what happened. I think it's because we're definitely at this point, Cancer, where we're just so tired of things being hard. We're so tired of the resistance that we are putting on our trail that we may not even be aware of that we're doing. We're just so tired of that resistance that we are willing to face our fears and just say, okay, if I'm in this relationship, I'm going to see what I can do about remembering why I love you and why I'm going to stay. If there's some trust needing to be rebuilt, you're choosing to stay for a reason. Make a list as to why. And take out, the kids, because our families would. No. Remember why you said, I want to marry this person, or I want to live with this person, or I want this person to be my boyfriend or girlfriend. Because it doesn't have to be. You're choosing for it to be. So you have to decide that if I'm going to be here, I'm going to have to face these fears, let go of what happened, and tune back into the energy of love. Okay? And that is what's going to release those blocks, because we definitely had release blocks showing up, and that's going to help you see. It's going to help you see the sun and allow in the new spark, the new love, and what you've been and what you're planting now, Cancer. And you're planting it not from a place of woundedness. Okay, that's the work right now, okay? And that might be the challenge, is because some might still be feeling that shadow of the wound, okay? And so right now, especially with this turning point that's coming in this week, you're going to decide, I'm done making choices and I can feel that intently for the people that find this video, you're going to decide, I'm not going to do this from a place of woundedness anymore. And you're going to see such progress just in that moment of that decision, that it's going to help you continue on the path. It's going to continue to guide you, okay, Cancer? And if you're not feeling this energy, it is because you are making moves, decisions, thoughts, choices, and emoting feelings from that place of woundedness, okay? You've done the healing. If you haven't, you're in the process of seeing such progress that it's going to be almost like a quantum shift from wounded to healed. And it's all coming in the form of something absolutely new, Cancer. And I got to tell you, I'm ready. If you're ready and you've made it this far in the video, drop an I'm ready with the freaking fuck yeah fist in the comments, okay? If you're ready for this, let it happen, okay? Because in one of the other readings that I just did for Cancer, they were very implicit about the cycles being over. They had the death showing up, we had the world showing up, they were like, it's done. And this is confirmed now with these aces showing up and the sun. Okay, there's an absolute change showing up, Cancer, but you definitely have to tune into it, okay? If you're not seeing the progress, it's going to be an ask for you to take a step back and see where you can choose love over fear, okay? Because as soon as you do, you're going to see, it's going to be, like I say, it's going to be a catapult. You're going to see such evidence of it that it's going to help you see the path a lot more clearly, with the path being illuminated. So, I hope something did resonate. If it did, please do like, share, subscribe, and support the channel. I love doing this, and I love so much that I get to connect with my beautiful Cancers, brothers and sisters. And if these videos are helping you, it helps the channel to support by just giving it a like, a share, or a subscribe. If you're interested in booking a reading, everything is going to be in the description. As well as you might want to check out my other channel. I'm about to launch the Sound of Spirit Radio, and it's basically going to be a podcast that is a mix of collective tarot. It's going to be answering questions live, as well as playing music or art from my fellow creators. So if you're a musician, spoken word, a writer, something where we can help you express and promote your talent that was channeled or received from spirit, then please do submit, because I would love to talk to you, and I would love to have you on the show, or at the very least feature your song or your words or your poetry or whatever on the show. So you can check out the link to that as well. It is all going to be in the description. Please do subscribe. The first episode is going to be within the next couple of weeks, and I'm totally excited about it. There's going to be also, like I said, a live Q&A. So if you want some clarity, pop on over to the Sound of Spirit Radio and get your questions ready. But it will require an energy exchange of a like, share, or subscribe. Totally free. All right, guys. So I'm going to pull one of these self-care cards, and then I'm going to send you on your beautiful way. And then I'll check back in with you guys in another week or so. Okay? We definitely have Take a Vacation. It is the summertime right now, so if you can do it, even if it's a staycation or even if it's a daycation, an hourcation, whatever you can do to just take a step back and just relax for a moment, get some clarity, and try to see what you can do about receiving from a place of love instead of that wounded place, okay? Can I please get a self-care card for my beautiful Cancer? How best are they going to be able to take care of themselves this week so that they can receive the new inspiration and the new spark and the new love and fulfillment? Open up. Open up, Cancer. That's what I said. Doing it from this wounded place is the closed off place that I think we got last week in the love reading. Open up is saying, open yourself up to love, Tune into the love. Tune into why you are there, why you love, and you will, and everything else will fall into place if you just remember, I'm here because I want to be here. I'm doing this because I love this. It opens up things. It says you're being asked to open your heart to another and to let down your walls and trust that they want what is best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. And that even speaks to my beautiful singles, because remember what I said about you being out there just doing your thing, and you're going to meet somebody. This is going to be your ask to trust what you're feeling and open yourself up to the possibilities. Again, you don't have to go and plan your wedding, but it is going to be your ask to say, you know what? I'm not going to let what has happened in the past affect how I move now. So I'm going to at least tune into seeing the possibilities instead of just cutting myself off or closing myself off. Okay, so it is going to be an ask for you to just open yourself up to the possibilities, because you are planning something new. And with all the aces that we got showing up, including planning something new, this is going to be a new partnership or a relationship. And we saw tenderness and true love at the beginning. And 9 as a fulfillment. This is going to be something that is not just a flash in the pan. And it has the potential to be something high level and long term. So accept that and own that if that's what you're looking for. And even if you're not looking for it, that's when it has the most probability of showing up in your life. Because remember, seeking is that energy of I don't have. So you don't get what you don't have. Okay? And most importantly, avoiding toxic people. This is your chance to say, I'm going to choose love over what I usually do or what I've done in the past. I'm going to trust that love, that true love is here for me. And I'm not going to put up with what I've put up with in the past anymore. I know who's toxic because I can tell by my intuition screaming at me, what the hell are you doing? That's your ask to say, hey, we got to do something different here because we can't keep doing this. We want the new. We want the new spark. We want the new passion. We want the new relationship. And they're even saying with this Ace of Wands, it is going to rekindle a spark, but this relationship is going to be not just a new, deeper level of love, but a deeper level of passion, okay, and romance, and actual, like, joy, again, and passion and love. But you do have to choose love over what has happened in the past, okay, and that also falls in line with the singles, okay. This person is going to spark a passion inside of you that's going to make you want to choose love instead of fear, okay? But most importantly, just avoid those toxic people. Hang out with people who will uplift your spirit and not bring it down, okay? And that person that came to mind when you saw that card, I would say start there, okay? So, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on my new Cancer Awakening channel. I absolutely love this so much. And please do submit your music and your performances so that you can be featured on the Sound of Spirit Radio. Thank you again. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace.